What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you guys, and today is going to be my video for essentially Halloween. Now, I'll probably post this on October 30th, so happy Halloween to you all. Hope you guys have a great Halloween tomorrow. I'm going to be busy tomorrow, so I really don't think I'm going to have time to post a video. Because originally I was going to do 2 videos, and I've just kind of run out of time. So this video is going to be essentially my video for Halloween. So once again, happy Halloween to you. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some October favorites of mine. They can be horror movies, non-horror movies, and they're also going to be Halloween-themed movies, which could be, again, non-horror movies and horror movies. And I grabbed up a pile of movies, all different subgenres within the horror movie universe, different Halloween films. So if you see one of these movies that you're interested in watching, I definitely recommend checking them out throughout the month of October. And if you can't fit it in throughout the month of October, watch them in the fall, because a lot of these movies essentially have some great fall atmospheres. And these are my personal favorite ones to watch, again, in October and throughout the month or throughout the fall season. So let's get started. I have my cup of coffee here because it is the morning, and I have a lot to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And once again, everybody have a happy Halloween. Enjoy it and be safe. So let me grab a drink of coffee. And let's get started. So the first things I'm going to talk about are pretty much the non-horror movie, Halloween themed related titles that I love to watch within the month of October. And I might have forgot one, so if you don't see one in here, I definitely apologize for that. Like, I forgot to grab It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, so I'm just going to mention that right now. But these are all essentially other movies I love to watch within the month of October. This movie I love to watch both in October and around Christmas, and that is Nightmare Before Christmas. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I try to watch this every October, but if I don't have time, you know, it happens. But this is essentially a really good October movie to watch. This one I find really interesting because I think horror movie fans and, you know, families who love watching Halloween-themed movies can watch this, and that is The Midnight Hour. It has a mix of everything in it, pretty much. It has, like, a lot of horror movie elements, but it's also really fun, so I think anybody can watch The Midnight Hour. And that one is out of print. In fact, this is a burn copy I got from a convention, but if you can watch it somehow, definitely check it out. These movies are a must to watch in October for me. The Halloween Town series, especially Halloween Town 1 and 2, and I recently just watched for the first time Halloween Town High. Both were all really good in my opinion. The only one I don't plan to watch is Return to Halloween Town. So, just because they changed the actress. And I hear it's not that very good. And then the last one, Hocus Pocus, a must. I love this movie. So, that is the non-horror movie, Halloween-themed related titles that I want to talk about. So let's get started with some of the horror movies, and you're going to see a mixed bag of non-horror movie, or not non-horror movie. You're going to see a mixed bag of Halloween-themed horror movies and non-Halloween-themed horror movies in this. So, talking about Halloween, these are essential to watch. I love watching the entire Halloween series, but I just picked out my favorite ones. That'd be the original Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3. I know this one doesn't have Michael Myers, but this is a fantastic movie to watch in October. Halloween 4, one of my personal favorites. And to end it, Halloween H2O. Those are all my top 5, so that's why I just picked those. But essentially, I watched them all throughout the month of October. I'm only going to mention the first one, The Exorcist. This is the anthology box set, by the way, so if you're interested in checking out the series, definitely do so. Again, really the only one, well, I take that back. I love watching the Nightmare on Elm Street series every so often throughout the month of October. But the original, Dream Warrior, and New Nightmare, for some reason, those are my October watches within the Elm Street franchise. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm only going to mention the first one. I do like the series overall, but the first movie is the best. These three movies here are my top three favorite zombie films, and I love them. Night of the Living Dead, essential pretty much for October. Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead. And Return of the Living Dead. Not connected to the series, but still, I love this movie. And then, when it comes to Psycho, of course you gotta watch Psycho, but if you want to watch one of the sequels, I pick my favorite one, Psycho 2. Really good and very underrated. Going on to some other essential horror movies that I love to watch in October. We got some werewolf movies here. I'd say my top 4 favorite werewolf movies of all time. And I forgot Silver Bullet, but that is a great one as well. But some of these 4, are like in my top 5 or top 4. Got The Howling. American Werewolf in London. Very good movie. Ginger Snaps. I feel like this movie doesn't get as much love. Kind of like with Silver Bullet. But I love Ginger Snaps. And The Wolfman, the original. You gotta add some Universal Monster movies within the month of October. Going on to what I consider some great kind of witchcraft or witch movies. The first one is Rosemary's Baby. Now this probably won't be for everybody. It is really slow. However, it is one of my favorites and I absolutely love that. A very underrated one. It kind of came and went. The House of the Devil. Love this movie. I know a lot of people don't seem to like this, but I do. The Lords of Salem. And my favorite, Suspiria. Can't wait for the new one. I'm looking forward to checking that out. Going on to some other movies, I picked some haunted house kind of ghost movies, and I'm pretty sure there's some others in here, but these are some modern ghost movies and some old school ones to check out. And some of them are first time watches for me, at least one of them is. But the first one is Session 9. Love this. This is very underrated. If you've not seen it, check it out. The Legend of Hell House. I love this. I like it better than The House on Haunted Hill. But I love that one too. The Changeling, another underrated one. The first time watch for me this past, I think, August, but it is a perfect one to watch in October. The Innocents. Love that film. If you've not seen this and you want some really good ghost story movies or supernatural films, check out The Innocents. It is so creepy. Another one I forgot to get is Carnival of Souls. Love that one. And then within the Conjuring universe, of course you gotta mention them throughout the month of October and try to watch them. At least I try to. You got The Conjuring, The Conjuring 2, and Annabelle Creation. Those are my favorite ones. Love those. And then if you want some Sam Raimi, which I love Sam Raimi movies, my 3 favorite essential ones. You got the original Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and then not an Evil Dead movie, but up there with that, Drag Me to Hell. Again, that one kind of just came and went, and no one really seems to talk about that one very much anymore. Going on to some other movies, this is pretty much other subgenres within horror movies, but then essentially I just grabbed a lot of them that I absolutely love to try to watch within October. The first one is Child's Play. Now, I love this series, but when it comes to October, and when it comes to watching a Child's Play movie, I just put on the first movie. It's the creepiest one, in my opinion. Going on to some vampire films. Now, I love The Lost Boys. I love Near Dark. But for me, I don't watch those in October. Lost Boys seems more like a summer vampire movie I love to watch. But these movies I love to watch within October. Salem's Lot, Fright Night, and Fright Night Part 2. Love those. And by the way, Fright Night Part 2 is a Blu-ray on demand. But real quick, let's talk about Salem's Lot, because I feel like this movie, again, doesn't really get too much love. Sorry. Love Salem's Lot. Fantastic mini-series that came out in 1979, and if you're looking for a new Tobe Hooper movie to watch outside of Poltergeist and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, check out Salem's Lot. Then let's go through some of these other ones. Phantasm, the original. Now, I love the series, but again, for me, when it comes to October and the fall season, if I'm going to put on a Phantasm movie, the original one is a must. Pet Sematary, love this movie. I actually held on watching this movie because they have the new one coming out in April, so I'll be watching this one along with Pet Sematary 2. We have a couple other haunted house movies. Like I said, they're kind of just sporadic in here, but Amityville Horror, the original, and Amityville 2, The Possession. Now, I love Amityville 3D. I think it's fun, super campy. When it comes to like the fall season and October feels, these two essentially are the ones to check out if you're going to watch any of the Amityville movies. We got a Stephen King movie that I think is a little bit underrated. I mean, people do talk about it, but when it comes to Stephen King, a lot of his other movies get talked about more than this. That's Children of the Corn. One of my favorite films to watch in October. It is a October Halloween-themed horror movie. House of 1,000 Corpses. Another one, Night of the Demons. Now, I love the series, but the first movie is the best and the one to watch if you're going to watch any of the Night of the Demons movies. Another Stephen King movie I love watching in October, Carrie, the original. Another haunted house movie, and you can also say it has a little bit of witchery in there, but that is The Sentinel. Very underrated. Check that out. I try to watch that every October. I love that movie. Another Universal monster movie, and my favorite one, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Another great underrated horror movie, Prince of Darkness. This is one that I love to watch. If I don't watch it in October, I watch it in the fall. It's so good to watch around this time because it just has like a atmosphere for some reason that feels like you watch it in October. I don't know how to describe it, but there's just certain ones that you watch. Like for me, The Thing, I watch in the wintertime. And then some other movies to check out. We got Dracula, the Francis Ford Coppola version. Creepshow. I do not own the Scream Factory edition yet. I'm waiting until the price drops. Then we got two other October-themed movies to check out. Trick or Treat, the newest one, and the 80s one, not related anyhow to the newest one, but Trick or Treat. Love them both. Now, Trick or Treat is a great anthology movie. Well, let's give a little bit of love to Trick or Treat, because I feel like, again, this is a underrated movie. That if you're a diehard horror movie fan, you know what it is, but if you're just a casual horror movie fan that likes to pick out certain movies to watch in October, you probably haven't seen this one, and this is awesome. Fantastic. I love this movie. I watch it every October. For me, this is a must. I cannot miss out watching this movie. But check out Trick or Treat if you've not seen it. And again, this is a Blu-ray on demand. You can get it on eBay, though. But if you can pick up the DVD, try to find that and watch it. And then one that I watch every October, again, I just have to, the miniseries of Stephen King's It. Yes, love that. I watch it every October. For some reason, that is a movie I watch within the October season. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about some slasher movies because I love the slasher movie genre. It is my favorite out of the horror movie genre. And these are some great ones to talk about and watch. Cherry Falls. And by the way, I'm picking out ones that you probably haven't heard of. There's a couple of them here you have heard of and you probably watched. But I didn't want to go for like the mainstream slasher movies. I wanted to go to the ones that I personally think are a little bit underrated or don't get as much love as some of the other ones do. But Cherry Falls, awesome movie. Let's get back to this. Fantastic film to watch in October, if not the fall season. It really has a good fall atmosphere to it. Love Cherry Falls. A gay-themed slasher movie, and probably the only one that I know of, Hellbent. And again, another October-themed Halloween one to watch. Terrifier, this one I just saw this year. Fantastic. Love this. Awesome movie. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. This is very underrated. You know, Halloween came out, and I do enjoy Halloween. When it comes to Blumhouse and one of the movies that they released, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Love this movie. The Sleeper. Great movie. I had to throw in an 80s slasher movie, and one that I feel that doesn't get as much love. The Initiation, and for some reason, this is a fall season movie I love to watch. And the last two to mention, and then real quickly I'll give a shout out to another one, I forgot to pull it, but let's talk about The Strangers and The Strangers Prey at Night. Now essentially, The Strangers, the first movie, is a home invasion movie. I know that. But if you're going to watch Strangers Prey at Night, of course you need to watch the original, and this one has a really good fall atmosphere to it. It probably doesn't take place in the fall, but it does have a great fall atmosphere, and I love it for that reason. The Strangers Prey at Night, definitely more of a slasher movie, and one of my new favorites to watch within the fall or October season. I love Strangers Prey at Night. I've seen this movie 6 times already. Awesome movie in my opinion. But anyway, guys, and real quick, check out Crazy Fat Ethel. I have to mention that one real quick. I forgot to pull it, like some of the other ones that I mentioned. Crazy Fat Ethel is a really good one as well. I love that one, and it is one to check out within the fall season or October season. If you like good slasher movies, check it out. It is the Brian Dorton Crazy Fat Ethel. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was sporadic and I just threw a pile of movies in here. But these are essentially ones that I love to watch within this season. So check these movies out this October, but if you run out of time, check them out next October, or check them out in the fall. Like I said, this is pretty much movies I try to watch in October. If I can't, I will definitely watch them in the fall. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys have a happy Halloween. Enjoy it, but most importantly, be safe. And I will talk to you guys later. So as always, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. In with the positive, out with the negative. And like always, go eat some Skittles. Alright guys, bye.